On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Astronaut.
A person trained by a space agency to travel outside the Earth's atmosphere.
Examples:
Astronaut mission. Astronaut in training. The shuttle astronaut trained for months before embarking on the space mission.
Neurology.
The branch of medicine that deals with the diagnosis and treatment of disorders of the nervous system.
Examples:
Cognitive neurology. Neurology department. She is studying clinical neurology to become a brain surgeon.
Adaptation.
The action or process of changing to suit different conditions.
Examples:
Adaptation ability. Language adaptation. The company's adaptation approach has been extremely effective.
Extreme.
Very great in amount or degree.
Examples:
Extreme sports. Extreme weather events. Solar gravity creates extreme pressures and temperatures.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Temperature.
The degree of hotness or coldness of a thing or place.
Examples:
Extreme temperatures. The atmospheric temperature. Cities around the world set records for highest temperatures this summer.
Depth.
The distance between the top and bottom of something, between the top surface and a distance below it.
Examples:
Depth camera. The depth of the water. The pond's depth was around 5 feet.
Patient.
A person who is receiving medical treatment, care, or attention from a healthcare professional, such as a doctor, nurse, or therapist, a personal quality or characteristic.
Examples:
Patient in the hospital. Patient with weight loss. The doctor carefully examined the patient's medical history.
Permanent.
Lasting for a long time without essential change.
Examples:
Literature of permanent value. Permanent life insurance. She is searching for a permanent residence.
Presence.
The fact or state that someone or something exists, occurs, or is present.
Examples:
The evidence of the presence. His majestic presence. The path to a solid online presence necessitates a high technical ability.
Nationality.
The legal status or right of belonging to a particular country.
Examples:
Acquisition of nationality. Nationality certificate. Dual nationality is prohibited in specific nations, but not in others.
Grand.
Important and large in size, scope, or extent.
Examples:
A grand meal. This year.
Laboratory.
A workplace for doing scientific research or teaching science, a lab.
Examples:
Laboratory accident. Anthropology laboratory. Animal protection groups call for an end to animal testing in a laboratory.
Suburb.
An outlying district or residential area of a city or town, typically comprising middle-class and affluent neighborhoods.
Examples:
Suburb development. Suburb life. He grew up in the suburbs, but always dreamed of living in the city.
Velocity.
The rate of change of an object's position with respect to time, often measured in meters per second, m/s.
Examples:
Initial velocity. High velocity. The velocity of the car was too fast for the road conditions.
Awesome.
Inspiring fear, admiration, or respect. Very good, nice, fun, etc.
Examples:
Awesome mental faculty. Have an awesome birthday. There is a lot of awesome nature and food in Hawaii.
Technique.
A particular way or art of doing something that needs skill.
Examples:
A technique in martial arts. The technique applied to construction. Jockey's superior technique brought him victory.
Experiment.
The scientific test conducted to observe what happens and gain new knowledge.
Examples:
Experiment design. Series of experiments. His experiments showed highly positive results.
Colleague.
One of a group of a coworker, especially in a profession or a business.
Examples:
Collaborate with colleagues. Former colleague. I decided to seek counseling on the advice of my colleague.
Overcome.
To succeed in controlling or dealing with something, such as a problem or difficulty, to defeat or overwhelm someone.
Examples:
Overcome opponents. Overcome all difficulties. He tried to overcome a bad reputation and win the election.
Fiscal.
Relating to government revenue and expenditures, relating to financial matters.
Examples:
Fiscal policy. Fiscal year. The government is facing a fiscal crisis due to high levels of debt.
Psychology.
The scientific study of mind and behavior.
Examples:
Psychology experiment. Psychology of crowd. She had a master's degree in psychology.
Evolution.
A gradual process of transformation of living things.
Examples:
Human evolution. Evolution theory. They study the evolution of the universe.
Fundamental.
Forming an essential base or core from which everything else develops or is affected.
Examples:
Fundamental education. Fundamental rights. Human behavior has fundamental characteristics.
Gravity.
The force that attracts a body towards the center of the earth or towards any other physical body having mass, a manner that is solemn.
Examples:
The attraction of gravity. Preserve my gravity. The astronaut felt weightless in space due to the absence of gravity.
Anatomy.
The scientific study that deals with the physical structure of humans, animals, or plants.
Examples:
Animal anatomy. Anatomy of a country's collapse. The professor explained the anatomy of the nervous system.
Rotation.
The action or process of moving in a circle around an axis or center.
Examples:
Job rotation. A period of rotation. The rotation of the earth causes day and night.
Alternate.
Occurring or existing one after the other regularly.
Examples:
Alternate choice. Every alternate year. The cleaning lady comes on alternate Wednesdays.
Physiology.
The branch of the biological sciences dealing with the functioning of organisms.
Examples:
Human physiology. Physiology research. Physiology is the science of how living things work.
Symmetrical.
Having similarity in size, shape, and relative position of corresponding parts.
Examples:
Symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical pattern. This figure is symmetrical about the x-axis.
Balance.
A condition in which everything has the same weight or force, something left after other parts have been taken away.
Examples:
The balance of power. Asset on the company's balance sheet. Try to keep a balance between work and off.
Skeleton.
The structure of bones in a human or animal body, or a framework of bones or other material that supports a plant.
Examples:
the steel skeleton of a building. Skeleton hand. Scientists studied the ancient skeleton to learn more about the creature's anatomy.
Mass.
A large amount of a substance with no definite shape or form, a large number of people or things grouped or crowded together.
Examples:
a mass of molten rock. Critical mass. The mass of people who do not own property is politically impotent.
Decalcification.
The process of removing or reducing calcium deposits or buildup within a substance, such as bone, teeth, or pipes. The process of removing calcium ions from a tissue sample to make it easier to examine or analyze.
Examples:
muscle decalcification. Decalcification of bones. The dentist recommended fluoride treatment to prevent decalcification of the teeth.
Precise.
Sharply exact or accurate or delimited.
Examples:
precise analyses. Estimate precise costs. The content is precise and informative for me.
Protocol.
A set of rules or procedures for transmitting data or conducting a process or activity, especially in computer networks or scientific experiments, the initial or original version of an agreement.
Examples:
draft a protocol. Protocol breach. The company has a strict protocol for handling sensitive information to ensure security.
Sector.
A distinct part or division of something often used to refer to a segment of an economy or industry, an area or field of work or activity.
Examples:
industrial sector. Private sector. The technology sector is constantly evolving and innovating.
Addition.
The act or process of adding something to something else, the process of adding numbers.
Examples:
chemical addition. Addition of vectors. In addition, private corporations provide healthcare services.
Weigh.
To have a particular weight, to carefully evaluate things before making a conclusion.
Examples:
weigh heavily on stock prices. Weigh a cargo. The baby weighs 1 pound 3 ounces.
Stretch.
To make or be capable of making anything longer or broader without hurting or breaking.
Examples:
stretch along the coast. Stretch a story. Some herds have been observed to stretch hundreds of kilometers.
Shrink.
To become smaller, or to make something smaller in size or amount.
Examples:
shrink the tumor. Shrink with fear. This shirt will shrink in the wash.
Suit.
A set of clothes that are made from the same material, a claim or complaint that a person or organization can file in court against another party. Verb, to be fit or acceptable for.
Examples:
Suit and tie restaurant. Suit at law. 6 suits are awaiting trial or verdict.
Alternation.
A repeating pattern or sequence of 2 or more different things. The act of alternating between 2 or more things.
Examples:
Periodic alternation. Alternation of hot and cold water. The employee schedule rotates in alternation between day and night shifts.
Circadian.
Relating to a physiological cycle that lasts approximately 24 hours, impacting physical and behavioral changes that occur over the course of a day, such as sleep-wake cycles or fluctuations in hormones.
Examples:
Circadian clock. Circadian disruption. Having a consistent sleep schedule is important for maintaining a healthy circadian rhythm.
Rhythm.
A strong, regular, repeated pattern of sounds, words, or musical notes that are used in music, poetry, and dancing.
Examples:
In samba rhythm. Irregular heart rhythm. He beat out a jazz rhythm on the cajones.
Physiological.
Relating to the normal functioning of living organisms and their organs and systems, concerning the physical or biochemical processes and activities that occur within the body.
Examples:
Physiological response. Physiological activity. The doctor explained the various physiological changes that occur during pregnancy.
Variable.
Likely to change or vary often, noun, a symbol, like X or Y, that is used in mathematical or logical expressions to represent a value that may be changed.
Examples:
A variable species. A dependent variable. Rainfall in the tropics is highly variable.
Flee.
To leave by running away, especially out of fear or danger.
Examples:
Flee their homes. Flee abroad. It is a basic instinct to flee from a dangerous situation.
Quantity.
The amount or number of something, magnitude.
Examples:
Half quantity. Residual quantity. In southward, the average annual water quantity increases.
Metabolism.
The set of chemical reactions in cells or organisms that are necessary for life sustaining.
Examples:
Metabolism enzyme. Hemoglobin metabolism. Better sleep leads to increased metabolism.
Nutrition.
The substances or the process that organisms take into their bodies as food for their growth and health.
Examples:
nutrition condition, nutrition intake. This food contains all the nutrition your dog requires.
Mention:
to speak or write about something or someone briefly.
Examples:
mention name, mention in a report. I mentioned to him that I had seen his sister at the grocery store earlier that day.
Execute:
to kill someone, especially as a legal punishment, to carry out or perform an action, duty, etc.
Examples:
execute a bold strategy, execute a double play. The mafioso who collaborated with the police was executed.
Constant:
happening repeatedly or all the time.
Examples:
a constant wind, a constant temperature. Constant dropping wears away the stone.
Ventilation:
the provision of fresh air, especially to a room or building.
Examples:
ventilation system, hyperventilation syndrome. The ventilation system in the building needed to be replaced.
Decibel:
also dB, a unit used to measure the intensity of sound or the comparative loudness of two sounds based on a logarithmic scale.
Examples:
decibel level, adjust the decibel. The concert reached 100 decibels, causing many people to cover their ears.
Circulate:
to move continuously or freely around a place or closed system.
Examples:
circulate a rumor, circulate an agenda before the meeting. The fan circulates the air in the room quickly.
Improve:
to make or become better.
Examples:
improve a process, improve the test score. We want to improve ties between our two countries.
Nutritional:
of or relating to the substance required by the body to maintain health and growth.
Examples:
nutritional supplement, bit of nutritional yeast. The nutritional value of the food should be clearly labeled on the packaging.
Aspect:
one part or feature of a situation, problem, subject, etc.
Examples:
non-technical aspects of the job, aspects of social, political, and economic life. His professional experience includes all aspects of media production.
Lasagna:
a type of dish consisting of layers of pasta, cheese, meat, or vegetables, typically topped with tomato sauce and baked in an oven, a traditional staple of Italian cuisine.
Examples:
lasagna recipe, lasagna noodles. I always order spinach lasagna at my favorite Italian restaurant.
Crew.
A group of people who work together, especially on a ship or airplane.
Examples:
The film crew. The crew of a fishing boat. The ship's crew worked hard to repair the damaged sails before the next storm hit.
Progression.
The act or process of changing to the next stage or phase or moving forward.
Examples:
Progression of civilization. Progression of disease. The company has made great strides in its progression towards sustainability.
Mar.
To damage or spoil the appearance or surface of something.
Examples:
Mar a proper relationship. Mar the reputation. The scratches on the car marred its otherwise perfect appearance.
Highlight.
To make something prominent, mainly so that people give it more attention.
Examples:
Highlight a string in red. Highlight an important difference. The introduction highlighted the speaker's distinguished career as a consultant.
Fiction.
The type of book or story, especially novels, that describes imaginary events and people, anything made up or imagined that is not true.
Examples:
Stuff of science fiction. Non-fiction bestseller. Truth is stranger than fiction.
Construct.
To build or create something, to assemble or combine different parts to form something whole.
Examples:
Construct a 3D image. Construct a dam. He constructs hypotheses that no mathematician has ever imagined before.
Recover.
To return to a former condition, health, mind, or strength.
Examples:
Recover a loss. Recover approval ratings. She is still recovering from a shot to her shoulder.
Lunar.
Of or pertaining to the moon.
Examples:
Lunar crater. Lunar surface. Ancient people felt mystified by the patterns on the lunar surface.
Regolith.
The layer of loose and fragmented material covering solid rock on the surface of a celestial body, especially on the moon or on asteroids.
Examples:
Regolith samples. Layer of regolith. The astronauts are studying the regolith on the moon's surface.
Shelter.
A structure built to provide protection from poor weather, danger, or attack.
Examples:
Rainproof shelter. Anti-air raid shelter. They really need food and shelter.
Anticipate.
To expect or predict that something will happen, to tell in advance.
Examples:
Anticipate your kind cooperation. Anticipate a black future. We anticipate heavy snowfall tomorrow.
Engineer.
A person whose job is designing, building, or maintaining something such as machines, structures, or software.
Examples:
A civil engineer. Engineer shortage. The engineer will repair my telephone tomorrow morning.
Monitor.
To observe, check, and track the progress or quality of something over a period of time.
Examples:
Monitor an exam. Monitor the data carefully. They used a special receiver to monitor police radio channels.
Detect.
To find or recognize something, especially something difficult to see, hear, etc.
Examples:
Detect a bad event. Detect smuggling across borders. The security camera has detected 4 intruders.
Diagnose.
To determine or distinguish the nature of a problem or an illness through a careful analysis.
Examples:
Diagnose the problem. Diagnose with CT scans. This device is used to diagnose brain cancer and other tumors.
Intervene.
To intentionally get involved in a situation to improve it or prevent it from getting worse.
Examples:
Intervene in a dispute. Intervene between quarreling parties. Following international law, our country does not intervene in the internal affairs of our neighbors.
Therapeutic.
Relating to or involved in the treatment of illness or injury.
Examples:
Therapeutic massage. Therapeutic administration. Yoga is known to have therapeutic benefits for the mind and body.
Chapter.
A separate section of a written work usually numbered and titled.
Examples:
An introductory chapter. Chapter of a political party. The final chapter provides a summary of the discussion.
Predecessor.
A person who held a position or office before the current holder.
Examples:
The words of a predecessor. Predecessor model. The new CEO is the predecessor of the former CEO.
Inevitably.
In a manner that cannot be avoided or prevented.
Examples:
Inevitably decline with age. Inevitably reach the consumer. Because of his excellent performance, he will inevitably be promoted.
Influence.
The ability to affect someone's or something's character, growth, or behavior, or the effect itself.
Examples:
Influence a child's future. Influence the daily life. The former emperor had a particular influence even after he abdicated.
Relevance.
The state or degree of being closely connected or appropriate to the matter at hand.
Examples:
Have no relevance. Relevance category. The relevance of this information to the current situation needs to be investigated.
Enthusiasm.
A strong feeling of excitement and interest in a particular subject or cause and an eagerness to become involved in it.
Examples:
Unflagging enthusiasm. Lose enthusiasm. We are tackling the development for updates with enthusiasm.